What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Talkin Yanks pregame show. You are joined by myself, Dan Rourke. Joe's McFly is here, BBD as well. Big game for the Yankees today. We got a rubber game.
Gotta win this. It wouldn't be considered a rubber game, right?
Isn't this a rubber game? Is that how it works?
No. In a four-game set, I don't think you can get a rubber match. But
why am I?
They can
here?
either win the series today or they don't.
All right, so I would like to issue a formal apology because I clearly just do not know baseball.
No, you're fine. I was like, rubber game. I was like,
you know, it did actually. I wasn't very confident saying it. I was kind of just hoping it would stick, but I guess not. I'm wrong on that.
Hoping we'd all gloss over it.
Yeah. How you doing, Joe?
I'm doing good.
Heard you played some basketball today.
Yeah, and man,
I don't know when that's coming out.
All right, so we won't spoil nothing. We're
not
not going to spoil
anything,
nothing, but Joe did play some basketball today.
Happened today. I'm good. I'm just a little upset that the Yankees didn't win yesterday. I feel like they should have won. Many runners in scoring position with your guys up, and it did not happen. Wish Volpe would have came through there in that big spot. Did not.
Yeah, yesterday was a tough game for sure. I'll be honest, I wasn't losing my mind when they lost. Not that, it wasn't a big game, of course it was, but I still feel pretty good about them winning today. Now, I'll say this right now, but we will get into the pitching path to victory. Nestor's got a ball out today. No BS. Like, I have expectations for him. Right. Going up against the Blue Jays, big game, have to win this series. Like, you can't throw up another dud, which he's done a lot in the past few games. We'll get into him later, but we have a lineup. And
we got a lineup.
Before we get into that lineup, we should mention the big news. Joseph, have you heard?
Yes.
So
Tommy Kahnle's getting ready to start his rehab assignment.
Yes, that is true. That is true. That is big news. We also heard that Jose Trevino, hamstring strain, so another Yankee to the IL. But with that, Ben Rortvedt has been called up. So the answer is true, or the answer is he is real.
He's a real person.
He's not starting today. He's on the roster. For today's lineup, though, we got Torres, Judge, Rizzo, LeMahieu, Bader, Cabrera, Volpe, Higashioka, and Aaron Hicks rounding it out. Joes, what do you think of this lineup? Is it good enough for you, or?
I
it's pretty much
just figure it out. Just win. I mean, that's the only thing I can really say because
that's the vibe today. It's just figure it out and go ahead.
It is what it is.
We're towing up against Jose Barrios today, which, he's been kind of mediocre since going over to Toronto. But with that said, over his last 6 starts, he does have a 2.97 ERA. So I guess you could say he's figuring it out. With that said, though, the Yankees, you look at the way they've matched up against him in the past, they've kind of hit him. Particularly, you look at Aaron Judge batting .316 off him in 19 at-bats. Anthony Rizzo batting .409 off him in 22 at-bats. Glaber, .278 with a homer. And who else we got here? Speaking of Ben Rortvedt, he actually, one of his 3 career home runs came off of Jose Barrios, believe it or not. He's not starting today, but maybe we see him get in the game.
It was the last MLB game Ben Rortvedt played in.
Yes.
We found that out today.
Yeah. So
imagine that.
Yeah, pretty nuts. But yeah, that's the lineup for today. I'm not a big fan of Waldo in the 6th spot. That's kind of really what stands out to me. But
after that, I mean, the only thing that I would say is like, who else would we put there? I mean, he's a switch hitter, so he kind of like splits up guys a little bit, puts a lefty in there.
It's like a do you want Bowers or Willie in there instead of Hicks? Then
I was
that
say
guy
that.
goes to 6.
Yeah,
right.
I would have liked to seen Bowers in there today, but just the same thing we've been uttering this whole episode so far. Just find a way to win.
Figure it out.
Be all right, because I'm really not trying to split another series with a
no way. You split a series, it's a low key failure.
Yeah, especially after going up 2-0. I mean,
right.
That's colossal failure, one might say. So that's the lineup. I guess we should get into is this now the pitching path to victory, I believe?
I guess.
What to watch for?
Well, yeah, got to find out what you guys are watching for.
Oh, what to watch for.
What to watch for in this game here.
What to watch for? I'll go with Volpe had kind of a tough game yesterday. Big spot and didn't come through. Also had that error in, what was it, the 10th or the 9th?
The defense is definitely something to watch for.
Just the whole infield defense.
I mean, please.
This whole series, it's at a point where I'm like, I'm willing to throw it all away and just
I don't
say,
know
like,
what's
all
going
right,
on.
Toronto got weird turf this year.
Yeah.
Let's just get the fuck out of here.
I was going to say, that was brought up to Volpe. Is that why, you bobbled that ball? And he said no, he was very accountable. It looked like he was kind of down in the dumps. I think Volpe might have a good game today, like a little bounce back performance. But you're definitely right. The infield defense has been a problem. And I just want to ask you guys this. Are we is Gleyber Torres a good defender or not? I mean, he actually did look good yesterday, but had good defensive numbers last year, 7, I think, defensive runs saved, but it seems he's kind of taking a step back this year. Like, gun to your head, is Gleyber Torres a good or a bad defender?
I have to see more because I feel like a lot of the stuff is like
mental,
also in his head. But I would have to see more before I can. Give me at least till the All-Star break, and I'll tell you whether or not. My want to watch for today is going to be Nestor. 3rd time through the order. If he gets there, what's going to happen? How's the pitches looking? Is he laboring or not? We need him to finish his pitches.
Yeah.
So I need Nestor to get it going because he put himself in a conversation where he's not a conversation, where all you're just saying, okay, this guy's kind of like Cole. Okay, this guy's gonna, you know what to expect. Now is after the second time through the order, BBD. It's like,
hey,
kooky.
Speaking of conversation, there's now a conversation, whether right or wrong. I'm still disappointed it's a little too early, so I'll lean that it's wrong. But people are wondering, is Nestor back to being a meatball? I mean, I don't think that. But this is a start to now where, you look at his past few, and he started off the season pretty good.
Or did the league catch up to him kind of?
Some sort of situation like that. I mean, through his 5th start, he had a 3.49 ERA. Since then, though, he had the 7 earned run clunker in Texas, pitched okay against Oakland, 5 innings, 2 runs. But then last week against Tampa Bay, 4 1/3, 6 earned runs. We can't have another one of those today against Toronto.
Right. That's why, and it's going to be a tough lineup for him. A lot of righties in that lineup.
Yeah.
So now, is Vlad back in there?
Vlad is not. Vlad is not playing.
So
today.
you see, I seen him swinging a bat yesterday or holding a bat on the bench.
There's a time when it was like late in the game and it was still tied, obviously, where I was like, Vlad. I'm going to pinch hit him at some point, and he looked like he was chilling.
Not having him against Nestor is actually good.
Yeah, oh yeah. No,
but there's still some boppers, some right-handed boppers
that
we
if you
want
some notable stats against Nestor in the Jays lineup today. Bo Bichette, 5 for 10 off of him with a homer. Kevin Kiermaier, 3 for 6. Whit Merrifield batting .357 in 14 at-bats. Matt Chapman has 2 homers off him. So, I mean, it's kind of like a reason for concern, but, my optimistic side of things, I'm going to go into tonight thinking Nestor's going to ball out. And what is balling out? I guess it's kind of transition just to pitching path to victory.
Right away.
Yeah, how about that? I would say I'm not going to ask for 5 innings. Like, Nestor's he's too good for that. Like, give me 6 innings.
6 innings.
Even if you give us a quality start, I feel like that'd be good. But 6 innings, 2 runs, I think, out of Nestor.
We got to see who's available, too, because some people were used yesterday. Yes,
Yeah, let's bring it up.
The pitching staff pitched well yesterday.
Gave up a couple runs.
The 3 runs that Wandy gave up to me, it's like extra inning happenstance stuff and weird stuff.
So the bullpen, just to go over the usage, Jimmy Cordero threw 25 pitches. Yeah. Michael King threw 21. Clay Holmes threw 13. Wandy threw 4.
Wandy and Clay have pitched the last 2 games.
Not pitching.
Yeah. So I would certainly Clay I've got fully out.
Totally.
King, they have not pitched him back to back.
Hamilton's
Wandy,
now
I guess in theory, if they were ever going to use a guy 3 days in a row,
might be today.
He's thrown 13 pitches total in the 2 days in a row so far, but I think they'd like to avoid that.
All right, so we kind of need some length out of Nestor, I'm realizing. If Nestor could give us
love
7,
for
that'd
Nestor
be a miracle.
To snap in and give 7.
So I feel like we might be looking at an Albert Abreu appearance today.
You're going to see Albert Abreu if it's a close game in like higher level.
We'll see Abreu. We'll see.
Do you think Ron threw 27 on Tuesday, none yesterday. You think that makes him?
I think he might be available.
Be available for one.
Yeah. So I guess we're looking at Nestor. Hopefully he pitches
Who's
well.
Who's closing this game?
That's why I think you might see Wandy for 3rd day in a row. Because if not,
if there was ever a time the Yankees would use a guy 3 days in a row, they also can't lose this series. So even if they lose today, they might be like, we tied the series.
Right, and we got a good team next too, so you could kind of rally off some series wins.
No, we got Cincinnati next though.
That's what I'm saying.
We got a good team next.
No, a good series next.
Oh yes. So absolutely,
that's
a little
what I mean.
Like go win this one and trust.
You can win some series in a row.
So
you got to win this one so you could try to get a nice series.
Take care of Cincy with our B guys.
Right.
So bottom line, Nestor just got to pitch well today. If
Nestor's
you don't do that,
gotta pitch well
we're B. And then hopefully we can hit Barrios rather. And then
Weber's available.
Dude, I don't even want to mention. I mean, actually, Weber pitched pretty all right today, so I don't want to roast the guy, but
31 pitches 2 days. I would assume they'd like to avoid him. If this game goes to extras, it's gonna get weird.
We have
see Nick Ramirez
on getaway day. That feels illegal.
Yeah.
Night game, that feels illegal. Do not do that. Just win it in 9.
It'd be nice to just pull out a 7-1.
Yeah, hit till they quit, and then they'll just quit in 5 innings or something.
I'm very curious to see what the over-under is today, too. I'm excited for that later.
I got to look into that.
So that's a pitching pathway to victory. Hope we summed it up pretty okay.
Yes.
And that takes us now to the Homer Draft.
Yes.
Homer Draft.
It's the Homer Draft.
Love it. All right, Joe's. So yesterday, I have to be filled in on who was picked.
Yes, Dan, and you do have the first pick today. On your behalf, I drafted Harrison Bader and Oswaldo Cabrera. Nobody on the Yankees homered, so they did not score points for you / us. So unavailable for you on your first pick. Jake Bowers, Anthony Rizzo, Anthony Volpe, Aaron Judge, Bader, and Oswaldo.
4-game series are tough for the home.
Yo, they are. I really wanted to pick Volpe today.
Kooky.
It's going to be a kooky one today. Not for me, though, because I kind of planned for it today.
By the way, Joe's, I've been
you've got guys.
I like that kooky word. Like, I don't know if you coined that or what, but I don't remember what it was. I used that in a sentence yesterday, and I thought you put it in my brain.
Kooky works.
Kooky, yo, kooky. When kooky fits, it fits like ridiculously well. Love kooky. All right, let's get kooky with it then, because I kind of only have a choice. I'm going to go with, damn, bro, I feel like I can't pick the whole lineup pretty much. I'm trying to find somebody. Has anybody picked?
Yeah. I can tell you who you can pick.
Please.
Pick Rorfit.
What if I pick somebody on the bench? Yeah. You can do that, right?
You could pick somebody on the bench. You can pick Glaber. You can pick...
I think you can pick Higgy.
DJ,
Higgy. I'm going with Higgy. He runs into some. Into some, and I think I could see him going deep to left center. So I'll go Higgy with my first pick.
So that means Joe's McFly. You cannot select Judge, Willie Calhoun, Harrison Bader, Jose Trevino.
I had to pick a pitcher, bro.
Glaber or DJ LeMahieu. Or Kyle Higashioka now.
Knew that this was going to happen here, so...
Oh, and you were saving somebody for today.
I was saving for somebody for today, so I'll go ahead and I'll take them. But before I do take them, you said I can choose Anthony Volpe.
He is available.
I didn't choose him.
Oh, yes, you didn't choose him.
I can choose Anthony Volpe, which I will take him. And after that, I will take Anthony Rizzo, who has great numbers against him, and I did not take him in this series as of yet.
So you're going with
the Anthonys.
The Anthonys.
You're going with Rizzo.
It's a Tony day for me.
All right, CD, you're in such a... How did you end up in such a better spot than I am? I always get screwed in the show. I always get screwed in the show,
4-day series is nuts. You have to do weird picks at some point.
Got to do some gymnastics.
And you ended up you picked Bowers early. That was smart.
Yes.
Willie. Just the way it goes.
All right, so I'll go with... I haven't picked Deej, right?
DJ's available.
I'll go with DJ.
Nice.
I'll go with DJ. Either him or Glaber, but I'll go DJ.
Do you, Beebs, out of both of our picks, and chat, does anybody have any confidence in any of our picks today? I mean, you guys could go ahead and say it, whether it's in the chat or if...
Speaking of the chat...
Tell us who he's feeling, because I would like to know.
Yes.
Oh, I think all of these guys are homering.
Okay. Well,
and Ben Rorfett.
And Rorfett.
Hey, maybe if you pick somebody off the bench, I don't know. Speaking of the chat, though, shout out to this guy. He's a funny name. Should have shot A-Rod. What movie is that from again?
Oh, my.
Oh, The Other Guys.
The Other Guys with who's in that? What's his name? The guy that looks... I always confuse him with Brad Pitt. Not Brad Pitt.
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. They don't look anything alike now, but I swear to God, when I was 12, they might as well have been the same person. Mark Wahlberg and Brad Pitt back in the heyday. I don't know. Shout out to your name, bro. It's a good name.
Nice.
All right, so that's the Homer draft.
That's the Homer
luck
draft.
to us on that.
Nice. Good
That's
Homer
how we just got to hit a couple homers today, and I think
that's it. Why not? We
Yeah,
didn't do any yesterday.
No, exactly. We're due. We're overdue.
We're overdue because the last 2 days we did it. So now we got to hit the quota to, average out the series, with homers.
And if they don't, we should sue.
I will sue.
Yes. All right. That brings us now to Premonish.
Over under.
Over. Oh, let's go. Let's go. What we got? I'll take a guess. I'll go.
Yeah, the last 2 games, the lines both days were 8 flat.
8.
The under hit yesterday. The over, I think, hit the day before. Yes.
I'll say this right now. I'm taking the over no matter what it is because I think it's going to be like – I'm going to guess it's like – why do I feel like 6.5? Is that too low? It doesn't make sense.
That is low.
Yeah.
It's lower than what the line is.
Godly low. That's really low.
That's like the lowest they set it, but that is 6.5 is a line they set.
That's like 2 ace pitchers going up against each other.
Yeah.
Well, Joe, as we've established in this show, I don't know ball, so
No, you're good.
I don't think so. What is the line? Or what are you guessing?
I'm thinking based on what we would 8.5.
Yes,
Lefty?
it is 8.5.
Whoa!
Now, Joe,
I didn't cheat.
are you going to take – that sounds like you
I
did.
didn't cheat.
Joe, that sounds like cheating.
I didn't. I
We
didn't
don't do
cheat.
cheating, bro. Not in this series. What do you think, over or under?
Oh, no.
I didn't know we could play sound bites on this show. That might come in handy one day. What else you got on there?
I have had no sex.
That is true. I can agree with that.
That is unfortunate.
Yes, very unfortunate. Over under, Joes. What are you thinking?
I'll taste other dudes.
Okay.
From Trev.
Thanks, Trev.
I didn't know he bat on that side of the fence, but good for him.
I enjoy them.
I'm going over.
That's a good one.
I'm going over. I just think Nestor against the lefty, not the A pen available for the Yanks, and Berríos pitching. I think it's going to be one of those games when you're going back and forth.
A little slugfest type deal.
Both teams want to get out. Like Blue Jays want to get out. They're at home. They want to at least tie. Yanks want to take the series. So you're going to get the best. I'm going over.
I'm going to go over as well. I got a 7-4 Yankees win.
Joe's, you stream sniped, right?
I did not stream snipe.
What does that mean? Stream
It
snipe.
means that I
You knew the over under.
I did not know
Yeah,
the
you- yeah,
over
well-
under. Why does
Well, that's what it
everybody keep
sounds like.
saying
First of all, I
that?
don't even know what stream snipe means. Is that like a
If you're stream
that makes me
sni-
feel like swatting?
It's a gamer's term. If you're stream sniping, it means that you know that a person is streaming and you're going against them, but you're watching them so you can get their
Like, see what their
location.
Well, that's not a bad
strategy is, where
idea.
they're sitting.
That's a
I would
toxic.
so do that.
That's toxic.
Toxic behavior.
Hey, bro, you got to
but
do what
I
you got to
like
do.
it.
I would never cheat, but like if it's technically
you
legal,
just admitted
that's
to it.
gamesmanship, though. That ain't cheating. That's
Jays might have been
gamesmanship.
stream sniping last night.
I think so.
Bro, anytime somebody accuses you of cheating, just call it gamesmanship. Honestly, like if you cheat on your wife, bro, say it's gamesmanship.
No,
I'm kidding, bro. I'm kidding. Don't ever do that.
don't cheat on your wife.
You know. Anyways, all right. So that's the over under. We're both going over. BBD, do you have an over under? Are you going with the over?
I don't have an over under.
I meant, like, are you,
You guys are going. You it's your show.
Nice.
BBD.
Over,
No, if
Yanks
anything,
are
it's,
scoring.
if there's anybody's show it is, it's absolutely yours. So I think you're going over.
Over. I'm with you guys.
Baseball.
Nice.
You have the Rizzo.
I need to make that a sound.
I like reading Trevor Plouffe stuff. He's got a lot of good takes.
Ron Darling. All right. So that is the that's the
over under.
That's the over under. Damn, bro. You
Now
and
your
already
favorite
smoked
part
today.
of the
This is
show.
ridiculous.
Ready for some premonition.
Some premonition time. Let's do the premonitions.
premonitions.
What chat? First of all, I want to hear some of your guys' premonitions. I promise I won't steal any of them. Joe's might.
I might.
Joe's might.
I'll
I'm not
stream snipe
stealing,
the
but let me
chat.
know your guys'
He's
premonitions.
chat sniping.
I think
What do you think?
somebody's gonna hit a pinch hit home run tonight. And I won't give you who, but I think we're gonna see a pinch hit home run. I lean Willie, kind of.
Okay.
Because he kind of has like that dog in him a little bit.
Yes.
But some sort of pinch hit home run. What do you think?
Yes. I think I like pinch hit home run because I think that there's some pinch hittable people in this lineup. I think we're going to see. I have a feeling. My premonition is I'm seeing Judge having a really big game and carrying this game. It just feels like, and it's like, is that really a premonition, Joe? That can happen every night.
It feels like a proper send off to this series now, though.
It feels like a proper send off to the series. I think he might homer to left and then homer to right. Same at bat.
same at bat.
No.
I like that, Joe's. No, that's something new. Honestly, I think that's a great.
BBD looks up like,
It's a
what?
great point by you because I think sometimes you got to switch it up in premonitions. You got to get crazy with it, or else it gets stale.
Homer to left, homer to right in this game. Bank
They're flying the table.
in this game.
Love
Let's
it.
see. That's my premonition.
I love it. I think it's a good premonition.
It's almost like a Homer draft-ish.
Oh, somebody just threw in there. Nathan Chalmers says Nestor's getting lit up tonight. That's his premonition.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate that.
Tom Ace says Judge breaks another advertisement. I like that. They have since fixed it. Do you think
Love that.
so Yankees obviously lost last night. I'm wondering, does Judge, if he like goes deep or does anything tonight, is he still going with the is that a season-long thing? You know, he's covering the eyes. It's kind of like their new little celebration.
Ooh, that could be a thing.
I wonder because
I hope that's
but
the thing,
also
but
part of me
that's
goes
almost
back
like,
to
it's almost like trolling, and we know how we feel about the Yankees trying to troll.
Yeah, the Yankees trolling never goes well.
The jacket in
Yankees
21.
Yankees having a real thing does go well.
I just wish that the Yankees could troll well because trolling is so
it's great.
fun.
But
You get the
Yankees
whole
just so
crowd
back in our
doing
face,
it.
dude.
You
Remember?
get the whole crowd doing it.
I think I'll say this. I think if he does anything tonight, he absolutely should do it. Yeah, subscribe to Talkin Yanks. I think if you do it past this series, like if you're like covering your eyes against the Cincinnati Reds, I think it's a little bit try hard.
I think
kind of forced.
Don't.
I'm down for more of it tonight,
Yes.
and then we'll see what else is like. I'm always down for a thing though. I like having.
I like a
I feel
thing.
like it could be a thing.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it.
Yes.
I remember when I was playing a slow pitch softball back in whenever year they were doing the fours. Every time I hit a little single, I would go up the fours.
But I like when everybody
we never
knows about
officially
it.
found out what fours meant, right?
No, we don't really ever know what any of them
I-
mean
I
unless
like
like
it-
its relation to the on the field
Don't
stuff.
need to, but
I like it when everybody knows about it because then you get your home crowd gets into that. Like the whole thumbs down thing. Everybody was doing
that was
that,
organic.
and that's pretty
it was
awesome.
Cool. Trevor Plouffe made an error to make that happen.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like reading Trevor Plouffe stuff. He's got a lot of good takes.
That was one of like the best coincidences I ever found out in my life. Was
Yeah,
that
when he told us about
Plouffe
that.
was- I found out via the sequence video
Yeah,
because I was brought. I remember I was brought on to pretty much do sequence, and then they had me watch all the old ones, and I saw that I was like, oh no way. I want to say something though.
Go ahead.
Somebody brought up that they said Ben Werfet's gonna like take over at first base in the 16th inning. Speaking of the 16th inning, I just want to say I'm not sure if that's gonna come true or not. I just want to talk about extra innings real quick. How just upset I was last night when it was like the 8th or the 9th, and I knew we were probably headed for extra innings, and I was just sitting there thinking I could totally go for an old fashioned like give me another 9 innings. Like I'm here for the night.
let's play a real
But
one.
yeah, but then it's like, even that aside, bro, like you get through the 9 innings and then it goes extras. Like no matter what, it just feels like the game is over, which is just like a horrible feeling. I'm not a fan of this new rule, dude. I guess it's not new anymore, but
I do really hate it.
it ruins extra innings for me. It really does. And
I wish I could like even see the other side or see what people really like about it. I
guess the
don't.
players like it. I guess.
I
don't-
don't get why the players like that. Like I've always been.
The players like it because they don't like long games.
But also the games.
They don't
how
like
often
long
the games go
games.
that long, really.
It's something like 70% of extra innings are over in the 10th inning anyway.
Yeah.
Extra inning games like before all this. Like we always said when the rule was new, like we were like, yeah, let's make it like the first like 10th and 11th inning are normal. And then, sure, in the regular season, do it, and I'd be totally fine.
I would be
with
cool with that.
This is my
Playoffs, keep it real.
thing, and people have talked about it ad nauseum. I still stand by. I'm fine with a runner on if you want to start, but put him on first, not on second.
Even that would be better.
You put him on first, and you either have to steal. You got to get into. You put somebody into scoring position. The fact that
Just
you can end games on
It
outs.
gets weird because then you can like hit into a double play, and then only 2 guys hit this inning. And that's
Honestly,
Is that my fault?
Just don't put anybody on. Let's just not do this.
yeah. And going back to what I said in the beginning, how like last night's loss, like it didn't like totally destroy me. That's probably why, because it's like once you get to the extra inning, it just doesn't even though if the Yankees were to win, it wouldn't have felt as good. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I remember going back and watching the collage of the Yankees like 12 walk-offs last year or whatever, and honestly, I forgot half of them, which is like never even the case.
They're
'cause
extra innings.
You
Like,
barely even
who
remember it, dude.
cares?
Yeah, and it makes it so like I don't know, anticlimactic. So not a fan of that, but I guess I just got to live with it. That is not the end of the show.
It's not going anywhere. So
That's not the end of the show, right? Don't stand up
It's
yet.
the last segment that is
We can't say goodbye.
planned.
We got to predict something else. I don't know. We can't say goodbye. Yeah, are you feeling the Yankees going to win tonight? I don't know. Maybe we should stand. What is
Yanks
going on?
roll.
Yanks win.
Is that the end of the show?
I think so. If anybody's
So I don't-
looking for something else to look at during,
I'm
before
going to
the
miss you
game-
all so much. Maybe I'll come back
before
next
the
week. What's the
game.
plan? Do we have a schedule set in place?
we need to decide who's gonna host next.
All right, I'll be here
But-
next week.
All
This
right.
is starting to become like part of my like routine. I like
like
being
that.
here, and I hope you guys are cool with that too. I'm a fan.
I like
Yeah,
that.
now
Maybe-
Joe's just dancing
maybe
now. He's
you and
ready to
me
go.
next week.
All right, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah. If you're looking for anything to do, 6 o'clock warehouse games. New.
Who's playing?
That I gotta figure out. I know it's.
By the way,
though.
anybody watching this, I'm like actually very sorry for what I said to Rose and Moylan on my game. I don't find it funny at all, or really any of my antics. I think it's quite pathetic and embarrassing. So, don't think I'm a punk. I promise I'm not.
Oh, it's Love Is a Nice tonight.
Ooh,
that's a big one.
I think that's the most. Their first game, I think, is like the most watched of the tourney so far, like over 100K views. So that should be a good one.
Well, since the tournament started like blowing up, I think that's the most like total views. But just every video has been 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10.
Hell yeah, bet. All right, y'all, tune into that 6 o'clock. That's coming up. So 42
6
minutes.
o'clock.
Peace out, everybody.
Countdown begins.
Peace. Stripe strong.